We got superstitions on riding the pine. We got superstitions, the chronicles of the fourth line. I'm just sitting here with my two buddies of mine. It's Punchy Lang and summertime.
And welcome everybody to episode 20 of Riding the Pine. I was hoping that would be worked in there today. And I'm not gonna lie, I know you always come up with a little something special later, and
Ride the Pine.
That's a beauty treat. So how we doing tonight, boys?
Yeah, feeling groovy now, and
there we go. We're hands, feet. We got no more digits to put up. We're gonna be 21 next week. It's gonna be our big 21st birthday.
Time to move out and get drunk.
Woo! Anyway, so as Langer chirped in the lead-in, tonight's all about superstitions, those weird quirks that hockey players got. I have a couple. Summer, you might have a couple. Langer, you got a few.
I'm a goalie.
And I know a lot about them. We got a couple of quizzes to go through tonight, and
quiz.
What the hell? Here we are. Happy Tuesday. And Langer, what do you got for warm-ups?
Okay, so I was thinking about guilty pleasures and like things that suck, but you like them, but it sucks, right? But I was thinking how like when you're younger, like you're so concerned about what everyone else thinks that you have to go along with things that suck, but you kind of like it, but you can't show that because people will start ripping on you. So, for example, I got a few examples. So, like craft dinner, like let's be honest, craft dinner sucks, but it's good. Right?
True. True. Yeah, it's
what it is. It sucks.
Right? It's not good for you either.
No. Like I remember the Kiwi was like, that stuff's gross and sucks. I'm like, I'll make you some real stuff. And what they made me was the real mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And it sucked. because I don't want that. I want the crappy stuff that's in the box.
Yeah. I want the stuff that's named after the company that makes it.
And it sucks, but it's
craft
good.
Dinner.
But then there's like things like, so it's always that with bands, right? Or like I remember in high school, like, oh, you know so and so, you're like, oh yeah, they suck or they're stupid. It's like I don't even know them. But the word on the street is that person like sucks, right? So you have to kind of go with it. So
you act like them. You're like, yeah, they're horrible.
Yeah, dick, he's such a dick. I'm like, I don't even know this guy. Like, he's probably a great guy. So I'm thinking
on the bandwagon.
So as you get older, you can go back and go through the stuff that sucked because you don't care anymore. Like, you don't work, dudes. I wear track pants when I'm not working, and I just wheel around in those, and I don't care. Like whatever, like so, like inline, for example, like inline sucks, but at the same time, I think it's good. Like, it's cool, but it sucks. But the reason why it sucks is because I suck at it.
Yeah, true. No, I
if I was good at it,
with that. I concur with that because I suck at inline, which is probably why I'm not the hugest inline fan.
Right, but if I was good at it, I understand when the inline guys come to ice, you're like, "Oh, it sucks, man," because you don't play ice. But they do play ice, and they tell you it's good, and it's like, no, it sucks. But you have to defend the suckness of it.
Summer, is it just me, or are you a little confused right now with what sucks here?
Well, I was thinking, like, you could apply that last analogy to a lot of things, like, do I like ballet? Oh, well, no, I don't like ballet. Ballet sucks. But, if you're really good at ballet, then, then
it's awesome.
Ballet, then it's awesome, right? Exactly.
Like, I remember going to an opera when I was in Austria. And so I'm already preconditioned to know that it sucks. Right? But when I was there, it was actually really cool. And, like, to see, like, I'm always in awe of actors and actresses, and, like, the orchestra was amazing. Yeah. But I still, even though I liked it, I still had to go outside and go, that totally sucked for 4 hours.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, like the biggest like guilty pleasure, and I don't even like that's the thing when you're older, it's not a guilty pleasure anymore. Like either you like something or you don't.
Yeah.
But I was thinking the way I was thinking about it is because of like Nickelback, for example. Like you have to hate them and say they suck.
That's right.
But there's probably 100 songs they've written that you know the words.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And there's probably a couple of songs in there that you actually like. But they suck, so you can't say that you like them.
Oasis. That's the band.
There's another band.
Oasis, yeah.
See, 100%. I didn't because of that stigma. I was like, all through high school, I'm like, they totally suck. And when I got older, I was listening to it, and I'm like, okay, I understand it now because it was part of the time period, and they wrote some good songs.
They wrote some good songs. Yeah.
You know, U2 is another one of them. Everyone hates U2.
Yes.
And I've seen them live a zillion times, and they're awesome.
Yeah, they're great live.
But I can't bring that up in conversation because I know everyone thinks they suck.
They suck.
And maybe to those people they do suck, but they're actually good.
That's right.
So it's not a guilty pleasure for me. It's just like whatever.
That's right.
Right? Like international hockey growing up. It sucks.
That's right.
Yeah.
But deep down, you're like, it's actually good because it's skill based. And
yeah.
No, I'm an NHL fan and it sucks.
It sucks.
Well, the World Cup just happened.
No,
that sport sucks. That's one for me.
I can't.
And I cannot play soccer at all.
No.
I liked playing as a kid. It was fun.
Oh, the European Championship.
Yeah. So I watched the game, and they scored in the first 2 minutes. I'm like, okay, England scored. I'm like, okay, that's exciting.
Oh, right.
But then for the next hour and 10 minutes, nothing happened.
That's right.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of today's 3-on-3 hockey game where, like, nobody wants to give up the puck so they just hold on to it until they that's what soccer is like watching. There was a sequence where Italy just stood at center and passed it to 4 guys for like 10 minutes.
That's right.
Yeah.
And nothing happened. I'm like, just shoot. The net's huge.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the one thing that blows me away about that game is there's like the score is like 1-0. The score will be like 1-0, and it's like 5 shots to 4. It's like, what? How? Yeah. Like, how did that happen? Like, kick it from half. Like, just get a shot.
Man, like, so for me, it's the penalty shootout. It makes no sense at all, right?
Sucks.
You've got to, so the spot where you take a shot at, it's like 12 yards away, right? Or something like that, 10 yards. It's like right there, right? The goal is like 27 feet long or something like that. You know, it's fucking huge, man. You know, like 15 feet high. You're right. The goalie has to stand on the line and at the beginning, right? He can't leave the line. So, you know, basically, you know, it's heavily tilted.
And his whole strategy as the goalie is he's guessing.
That's right. Yeah. Which way is this guy going? Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go left because there's a 50% chance he's going left.
Can the goalie leave goalie can leave the line after the guy advances?
He's got to touch the ball.
No, he's got to touch the ball.
He's got to touch the ball.
But the ball, touching the ball is a kick. So So I understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, how did you miss the net or didn't score?
That's right. Yeah. Right? 99% chance you score. That 1%. And then anyways, and so, you know, what gets me the most is when the winning team like celebrates like it was the hugest victory, you know, like they earned this fucking win, you know what I mean? Like to me, nothing has been earned. You've just looked like a bunch of fools for however long this fucking shootout is taken.
And so in the game, England brought in guys because I don't know, because it sucks. I don't understand. So I was talking to the father-in-law and he was telling me how it works. So they brought in 2 guys that were like penalty kick specialists at the end of the game. Because I understand that you can't bring guys off the bench, right? So both of those guys, their shot was saved. So I'm like, both of them.
Damn. For England?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's 2 guys.
It's like when that'd be like an NFL team bringing in a new kicker and he misses 2 in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's what Gord Downey was singing about. I remember Buffalo.
Scott Norwood.
Yeah.
I remember Buffalo. Oh.
Yeah. That's every time he sings that line, I always think of Scott Norwood.
Right on.
Okay, right on.
because I remember every single fucking thing I know. So anyway, like soccer's never going to be a guilty pleasure for me because it sucks.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it just does. And the diving.
Oh.
And I kept asking my father, I'm like, why is he hurt?
Yeah.
He's like, well, he got kicked in the leg. I'm like, then why aren't they wearing pads?
Right.
Like if this is a common thing that happens in the game where some
yeah, but he's not supposed to kick him. I get that, but exactly what you're saying.
But
right?
that's where the point of
it's a comment,
contact.
that's right.
So if you're getting hit in the head all the time in hockey, you put a helmet on.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty simple.
Yeah, right.
Well, the soccer shin pads are like paper thin too, eh?
Right.
Like you should have a guy out there to pair of CC abs and see how she goes.
Exactly.
He would be
They're Craig
indestructible.
Ludwig shin pads.
And with that, we're gonna end warm-ups.
Guilty pleasures, man. I don't know.
Gotta love guilty pleasures. So guilty pleasures, all kinds of things that guys like to do with their superstitions. So we hit the topic, Summer. It was your pick. So here we go. And the first period is underway.
All right. Looks like they got it out of control. Under control right there.
Yep.
All right.
We're rolling into it.
Yeah, so I've got a few superstitions myself, or I guess they're probably more game time rituals.
Yeah, so I think we need to kind of keep on track, and there's a difference between habits, routines, and superstition. So before we get further, I want to read you because I had to look up the definition on the Webster's Dictionary on Google.
Right.
So the definition of a superstition is a wildly held but irrational belief in supernatural influences, especially as leading to good luck or bad luck, or practice based on such belief. So the key term in there is irrational belief in supernatural influences.
Right. Yeah.
Supernatural.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, I guess it depends what your sort of belief systems are. When you said that
superstition,
the first thing I thought of was I don't know. Tell me if you know the movie this was from Joe Boo.
Oh, hots for bots.
Yeah, that's Major League, man. Yeah.
I tried to hit the curveball, Joe Boo. Yeah. You know what, Joe Boo? I say, fuck you, Joe Boo. I do it myself.
Fuck you, Joe Boo.
Fuck you, Joe Boo. I do it myself. Major League. That I probably watched that movie like easily 50 to 70 times.
Right. So, what was their game ritual leading up to, I guess, the championship game?
Oh, they had the naked GM chick that everybody hated.
That's right.
And every time they won a game, they got to peel it off.
That's right.
There's a few superstitions in that flick because you had Willie Mays. He used to hammer all the mitts up against the wall. There.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
He used to hammer every mitt for a stolen base
about that.
up against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you had whatchamacallit? You had the old pitcher there. He's like, you gotta have the Bardol and the Vagisil, and he's got grease all in different parts of his body and around his uniform, so he can put different shit on the ball. So
yeah. Good call. All right.
Yeah, the Wild Thing, Ricky Vaughn.
Yeah, Ricky Vaughn.
Yeah, buddy.
I gotta watch that movie again.
Man, I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
And all the follow-up ones sucked.
Yeah. Oh, you couldn't top that.
No, you couldn't.
You pour all that sauce.
Yeah.
There's just no sauce left in the bottle.
That's right. It's like drips.
Yeah, I love that flick, man.
No. All right, so I can.
And then of course you got Serrano, who had Joe Boo, who had the whole shrine built to the little dude smoking a fucking joint in the stall. You're like, it's like a little Rasta little statue guy, Joe Boo.
Yeah, the effigy, the little.
Say fuck you, Joe Boo. I do it myself.
All right.
And then the guy who drinks Bardol, the guy that puts the Vagisil all over his body, drinks Joe Boo's rum and gets pinged in the head with a baseball bat when he walks out.
That's right. Okay. Right.
Yeah. Anyways, I could.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gonna keep going or what?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
It's Major League, man. It's one of the. That's a definite flick from my youth.
Yeah, absolutely. No. All right. So there's a lot of superstitions then. All right. Fuck. No. All right. So I'll cut to myself then. I normally, the one thing I have to do before a game, and it's got to be within 24 hours of the game, is cut and file my nails. Got to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And file.
Wow.
I can't just cut them. I have to file them afterwards.
How long has this
that's
been going on for?
Oh my God. You must have been insane in the BHL playoffs when there was the overlap with the AHL starting too.
Yeah.
And you were playing 5 days a week and you had to do it for every game.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it every game. But anyways, but exactly, it upset the hockey gods. And it takes a while for the normality to come back. Yeah, it's right.
I can't wait to go on a trip with you, man, because that's all I'm going to be looking out for now. Somerville. Oh, he's over in the snowbank. Cliff is filing his nails.
He's clipping his nails.
You got to check that in your check luggage, or can you bring that as a carry-on?
No, I'll have to check it in my bag.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
All right. Well, I guess
Wow.
talking about strange superstitions, or we'll go with habits. Anyways, I quickly Googled. There's some funny ones. Some of them involve pee, strangely, but
the drunk.
No,
or piss, or
the urine. Let's
the urine for the Kiwis out
there. Who we got here? Number 30. Some baseball dude used to tap his shoe before every pitch.
Okay.
Here's an interesting one.
Like
Serena Williams. Yeah, something like that. Tap,
like
tap, and then
tap?
Sabrina Williams.
The old soft
Serena.
Oh, Serena. There's two of them, though, right?
Yeah, but the other one's
it's not Serena. The other one's the
yeah. Okay, my bad.
V, isn't it?
Yeah,
Vanessa. No,
Vanessa Williams. No,
that doesn't seem right either.
Her sister Vanessa.
I don't know.
Robin?
Venus, man.
I don't know my tennis player. Venus. There you go. It's totally not Vanessa.
Vanessa Williams.
No, there's a sister I could get with.
Yeah. No.
All right. Jesus. So Vanessa Williams, Serena. She wouldn't change her socks during a tournament. So there's a superstition, right? That I would.
How long? Wait, hold on. Let me get my head around that. So how long is the tournament?
Probably
like a week.
The Wimbledon?
2
longer
weeks.
than that.
Yeah,
it's a couple weeks.
Oh, imagine that,
yeah,
Where
black people's feet too?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Dude, I don't even like putting back on socks after wearing them in skates. Playing tennis, doing a whole week like that.
Ryan, to be honest, I'm surprised with or it doesn't surprise me, but I remember thinking and seeing for the first time a black person's sole of their foot, right?
It's
or
white.
the palm of their hand, and it's just as white as mine is, right?
You gotta check me out in the summertime.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. I remember thinking, oh, that's interesting.
I think it's because there's no real doesn't
Yeah.
tan, so yeah.
Sorry, something about black people's feet.
Yeah, well, I know because of my dad, so
Yeah.
I've had a full experience of understanding the biology of black people. So, and I can tell you this: black people shouldn't get tattoos because you can't see them.
Nah.
No, seriously, you look at basketball players, football players, it just looks like a bunch of just looks a bit darker. It's like getting a black logo on a black T-shirt. It's like, well, that was redundant. You don't really see anything.
Yeah, I kind of see what you're talking about. Yeah. All right. Well, on the topic of black people, then number 28 comes in with Michael Jordan. He'd always wear his UNC shorts under his NBA shorts.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Jordan was 23 though.
No, number 28 on the top 30 list.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 27, Brian Urlacher.
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 Yeah, he was awesome.
He ate 2 chocolate chip cookies before every game. There's a thing I could get with 2 chocolate chip cookies.
Is that out of the bot bag?
That guy, that's crazy because that guy was absolutely insane. He was like a
monster. Yeah.
He was a 14 tackle a game machine for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Imagine if he had more than 2 Bears.
Retired early because of all the conkies.
All right, coming in at number 26, Ed Belfour. Ryan, you want to take a stab at what I'm going to say with Eddie the Eagle?
Drank a gallon of malt liquor before he put his equipment on?
No. He wouldn't let his teammates touch
his gear.
Equipment, no, that's right. And he didn't like talking to anybody from what I remember reading. He also offered a police officer $1 jillion to not arrest him in a drunken night out in Dallas.
Yes, I've heard about. Yes,
I will give you $1 jillion. It does like that's supernatural because I don't even think that exists.
A good jillion.
All right, we're gonna skip to number 24 because 25 and 26 sucked. Karen Butler, who's an NBA player, used to drink several ounces of Mountain Dew before every game.
Oh,
like several ounces doesn't sound like a lot of Mountain Dew.
It's a lot of sugar.
Is it an ounce? Like, what's an ounce of Mountain Dew? Is that like a liter? You know what I mean?
No.
That's like an ounce. It's like it's not even a cup. It's like nothing.
Yeah, but you said several. So
several ounces.
Several is a lot, right?
Well, several is like maybe 3, 4.
Yeah, well, an ounce actually isn't that much.
No,
it's like,
right?
It's like less than a tall glass.
Yeah, exactly. So he's drinking a glass of Mountain Dew. I'm not, I'm not surprised. Like, I mean, fizzy drinks there's lots of sugar and quick burning energy, for you, when you need to refill real quick, between periods. I mean, for a professional athlete, it doesn't surprise me.
That's not a lot. An ounce is 0.029 liters. So that's a shot.
Yeah.
No, well, this. Yeah.
Anyway. All right, coming in at number 23, Steve Klein, who played for the San Francisco Giants. I think they are, yeah. And this is probably very common. Never washed his hat. And I'm sure we can all.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'll never wash my team hockey jersey for the regular season.
No,
or the playoffs.
For me, it's just laziness. I'll just
at the end of this season, I'll wash it. That's it.
Hang it up and
so that's another superstition.
Surprise! Those jerseys are sticking alive.
It's a testament to the durability of it.
That's right. Yeah, they're good quality.
The constitution of the jersey.
Number 22, Mike Bibby.
Oh yeah, basketball.
Yeah. Played for the Heat. He clipped his fingernails during timeout.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Wow. Where did he put them? Imagine being the guy.
You have a little box.
Like we were saying, the glove warmer guy. Imagine being the fingernail guy.
Yeah.
Fingernail. Well, that'd be awesome. I'd be that fingernail guy. He probably gets paid $93,000 a year American.
Gets great seats.
Tours with the team just to pick up. That's right. You pick up the fucking picking. All right.
To sit right next to Drake, Chris Rock and Drake.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse me. I'm just gonna go pick those up. All right. Somebody else.
Dustbuster.
Jason Terry used to wear his opponent's shorts night before the game. That's kind of cool, eh? Yeah,
that's weird though.
Kind of creepy though. How does he get his opponent's shorts?
Well, I guess probably he just orders it off NBA.com.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's not like legit game worn.
Yeah, somebody where are my shorts? Well, maybe it doesn't specify anything not in the article. But,
just see it. Team comes in for their morning shooter and he sneaks in, steals the game shorts. Beauty.
Puts them on his head and runs out the building.
That's here's another interesting one coming to 19. Richie Ashburn, who is a baseball player, played for the Philadelphia Phillies. He slept with his bats.
Oh,
that's you to say he slept with the managers.
That's right. It's probably happened sometime. Yeah,
that's such a Franz move.
That's another major league. Anyways, reference. Right, number 18. Patrick Waugh had full-fledged conversations with
the goalie posts.
With the posts.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a good one. Number 17. I think this is Pele Lindbergh. And ring a bell?
Okay.
Yeah. Goalie for Philly.
Yeah.
Pele,
Because I didn't know this name. But anyways, I drank beer during every intermission.
Love it. See,
beer.
That's why hockey today is good, but it's not good hockey.
That's right.
When you go and crush a sixer during the intermission, and you're the tender.
That's right.
So
I got this, boys.
He's going out there buckled, and by the end of the game,
let's go. All right, number 16, Wade Boggs ate chicken before every game. I'm looking at a picture. It shows. Wayne Gretzky. What did he used to do on
I can tell you what he used to do.
Go.
Oh, yeah, I could do it
Go
too.
ahead.
Go.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, I looked it up.
Yeah,
So
right.
go ahead.
So you're going to go Diet Coke.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Ice water.
Diet Coke,
Gatorade.
ice water, Gatorade. Second Diet Coke.
Sometimes you go with the second D Coke.
Yeah, well, that's not the one, actually. There's another one I found, and I didn't know this.
It might be answer number 10 to my quiz.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. We'll save that one then. All right.
No. It's cool. It's not. Go ahead.
Okay. Anybody? No. Take a stab. Go ahead. Go.
What was it?
You got the answer? Go, Punchy.
I don't.
Yeah, we'll save it. Okay. So he used to baby powder the end of his stick.
Ooh.
Oh yes, I do. It was number 7. It was number 7.
I'll take that for 100 points. That's right.
This is what happens when we come up with the theme an hour before the show. We all Google the same thing.
Well,
never ever tell the audience you made a mistake, buddy. Rule number 1 performing.
Okay, here's one. Number 12, Moses Alou played for the San Francisco Giants.
Moses Alou. Yeah, didn't his dad or somebody was the coach or played for the Expos? I remember Moses Alou.
Oh, I don't know. He used to pee on his hands to harden them up.
What?
Yarp.
The minerals in piss harden up your skin.
Right.
Piss minerals.
Number 11, Les Miles used to eat turf during the game.
Wow.
Yeah. NASCAR has a silly superstition: no peanuts on the track. Didn't know that.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say they drink six Bush Lights before they get in the car.
Makes sense though.
I guess.
In the cartoons, they always fall on the peanuts.
It's bananas, isn't it? Anyways,
peanuts.
They used to collect them. That's how you got led to danger.
Oh yeah,
true.
Little treats, you know.
Yeah, leave peanuts behind. Yeah.
Or if you were
learn something,
right? Like you don't follow those peanuts because fucking the ducks out to get you.
What?
Number 9, Vlad Guerrero had his teammates help him dirty his own helmet.
By pissing in it?
Oh yeah, I remember his helmet. It used to be disgusting. It used to have pine tar all over it.
Here's now we're getting into some soccer ones here. This is some interesting shit. Just goes to show. Number 7, Barry Fry, who's owner of one of the Euro soccer clubs, used to pee in the corners of his home hockey or soccer stadium in order to get rid of evil spirits.
Oh, see, that's a superstition.
There you go.
Supernatural.
Yeah.
It's supernatural. It's definitely supernatural.
So is he like pants down to his ankles like a little kid?
I don't know. Guy? I'd imagine he's there like early in the morning before anybody's there. But like, except for the groundsman, they're like, "Hey, Barry, like, just doing your thing." Yep.
He's
walking in the other corner.
Yeah, that's right. Squeezing the end so it's like ballooning up.
Imagine this one. All right.
Jesus.
Number 6, Jason Giambi. You guys remember that one?
Yeah.
So him and his teammates wear a gold thong to bust out of slumps.
Huh.
How's that for encouragement?
Do they all share it?
Let's hope not. And be well. Oh God, jeez. I won't.
Imagine if it was like the hard hat you give out after a hockey game. Like you go 0 for 4. You go 0 for 4 at the dish. You got to wear a G-string for the next game until you get a hit.
Everybody used to have to wear it though.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe it'd be a personal one too, right?
There's like four communal ones that cover the 4 guys that aren't hitting well.
Damn. Oh, that's rough. Oh,
so you're not allowed to have your own. It's like the team has issued ones, and there's 4 of them.
Yeah, that's it.
Damn it.
That's it. Right. They divide it by how many guys are in the lineup that night.
Yeah.
Here's number 4. God, you guys. Number 4, Kevin Romberg. Does that name ring a bell?
No,
baseball. So I'm not surprised, but the turn right rule on first base, so if you turn right, you're automatically safe if you beat the ball to the bag, right?
Yeah.
But he refused to turn right, so he'd always turn left. And on top, and he used to infuriate his coaches and stuff. And on top of that, if he was ever touched by someone, he had to touch them back. And he was he was made famous by being, touched out at like second base, and second baseman knowing the
superstition,
ran away from him, and he chased him all around, until
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's an interesting one. Another one. Oh, go ahead, Dad.
It's kind of like the Mexican standoff with hockey players when they're at one end of the rink and they don't want to get off, and then they end up
doing shoot the puck into the open net before they can go off.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you got one guy's like,
who was that? Who was that? There was one where the guy, I forget what player it was, but he turned the net around and put it up against the board so that he couldn't score. It was in the playoffs. Yeah. Anyways,
a common one. Yeah.
Might have been Shane Corson.
Right. Number 3, soccer team bathed in a crocodile and hippo infested river before a game.
What?
You know how it ended, obviously.
Is this soccer?
Yeah,
it's a soccer team or some African team.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you wouldn't see the Iceland team or,
or anyone else.
Danes doing that.
Jackass. He's 100% right, though. Yeah.
He's bang on.
Yeah. All right. Number 2, also soccer. Sergio Goycochea relieved himself before every penalty kick against him.
Oh, really?
So how do you do that in front of 90,000 screaming?
You sit down on the pitch and you pull it to the side.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, is he the goalie?
Sit down.
Like
I guess.
Maybe he goes over and pretends he's doing a Patrick Waugh and talking to the post, and just does a weird lean to hide it. Jesus Christ.
You got that look on your face, that relieving look on your face.
Well, that's the picture.
That one where you kind of stop for a second.
Fuck's sake! All right, number 1, also urine related. I don't like. Anyways, what the fuck?
Wait, should we drum roll this?
All right, go for it. Number 1, the top 30 countdown of the strangest superstitions. Lyoto Machida drinks his own urine every single day.
Oh my God.
Lyoto Machida?
MMA fighter Lyoto Machida
is
considered to be one of the best in the world. And what does he do or owe to his success? The drinking of his own urine, of course.
Pissed.
He's a proponent of urine therapy and believes it has medicinal qualities. People think it's a joke. I've never said it in the United States because I don't know how the fans will react. I drink my own urine every morning like a medicinal medicine. Machida isn't alone either. He learned about it from his father, and his entire family does it as well.
Oh man.
And the first period is over.
Wow. That's very urine filled back half of that
That's
period.
I don't know how I feel about that. To be honest.
Yeah.
Gargle. That's it. Just
urine filled.
Oh, I'll just be back having my glass of urine.
Yep.
So I was thinking about superstitions. And I don't know. I've never had a whole bunch of superstitions. Not in hockey. Football, yes. I used to have a lot of different superstitions. I used to have I had the same undershirt for probably 7 years, no clean. That was bad. I would take out my cleats and replace them at halftime all the time. Like take them out, clean them, put them back in. Yeah, because I
take your shoes off and clean the shit off them.
No, I'd get the metal undone from them. Yeah, and I get them cleaned out all the time at the end.
So why?
It was just something that drove me nuts. Like they just always had to be clean, which is weird because it's football. And you're always playing on muddy clean. And like I even do it with my kids today, man.
So remember, so again, sticking with the definition of superstition. So you're doing this because you believe if you don't, the outcome is not going to be what you expect.
I'm going to break something or
right. So it's important to keep coming back to that because that's what.
It's always a bad karma thing.
Right.
Now I think like I guess for me superstitions are a little bit of routine though, like what you're doing, like how you do certain things every day as you go. Like when you're like for me for playing sports or even with playing hockey, just the way I get dressed is the same. The way I pack my bag is the same. Like as I've gotten older, they've become more of routines.
Just a routine, yeah. I hear you.
But like if I go to the game and I like didn't bring my towel, like and something bad happens in that game, there's no way I'll ever forget that.
Yeah,
and
you have to pin it on something.
You know what I mean? And because there's been so many of those over the duration of playing, and I've been playing so long that now it's just a massive routine of stuff that I do. Like when I'm, the day before or something, or a couple days before, but definitely hours before I pack my bag. I don't usually clip my nails, but that's
usually.
But what I wanted to know is like when you guys are getting ready, like so, like when you get to the rink.
I was surprised no one brought this up earlier.
Yeah, what's your routine? Like, what's your routine? Like for, I guess Langer, for you, you're a goaltender, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I've got a couple.
But Summer, how do you get ready when you get to the rink? You walk into the rink.
If I arrive with time to spare, what I like to do is go into the dressing room, and ideally I'm the first one there, and I pick the best spot and I put my bag down. Boom.
But what's the best spot?
I generally, if I'm the leader on the in a leadership role, I like to be in the middle of the room, so I don't have to.
Yep, head of the table.
Yep. But if I'm just one of the players, I like to be at the end somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, other side.
Gotcha.
Yeah, last one in the line, sort of thing. Yeah. I like to put my bag down, and then I come back out and go for a bit of a warm up around the block. Come back. By that time, generally, some of the guys have showed up.
And I know exactly what your warm up is.
Well, warm up's important, right? It gets you in game mode, So during warm ups, as I'm doing my lap, I'm sort of thinking about, the other team. I try not to, because I have realized in the past, though, I sort of overthink things, and then when I hit the ice, things are just way too complicated. Yeah. So I just try and keep it light, in my head, because
you gotta have fun.
If you're too,
if you squeeze the stick too hard,
that's right.
It's not good.
Well, you gotta hold on loosely, right? Anyways, so go out and then go back in and chit chat with the boys. I don't have when I was reading about it, like a lot of players like to dress left to right, right to left,
Right to
or
left,
something like that. Other guys, when they put their equipment on. So for me, I get my pants on and then my skates, but I don't have my shin pads on. I put my shin pads on after my skates.
Huh. Don't the pants get in the way of the shins?
No, they don't. No.
Well, I can tell you when you put on some weight.
Right.
Yeah,
it gets in the way.
It gets in the way.
It doesn't when you're summer.
Becomes, yeah, I envy that. So
Summer's belt's working overtime just to keep his pants up.
Your boiler gets in the way when you got pants on. So you gotta, you got to cut down on any sort of interference.
That's right. Fair enough.
I go through a belt every month.
I make a tight incision down the front of the hockey pant.
Yeah.
To allow more.
Yes.
More agility doing on the skates.
That's right. Access.
Yeah.
The access slit. Right.
You got to make it work for you, buddy.
That's right.
Got to go with the shoelace because it helps you. Gives you a little stretch.
Or the skate tightener with the hook on it.
Yeah, there's a little give.
You know that one you used to get in your stocking? The skate tightener?
Yeah,
I never got one.
No. I got one, never used it. Never used it once. No.
Another one of those, like one or
because it was gay, but probably cool, but no one thought it was cool, so you couldn't use it.
No.
That thing's like the pet rock.
Guilty pleasure.
That's right.
Looks cool. You're never gonna use
pet
it.
Rock.
No, that's just dumb. It's a friggin' pet rock.
Where would you guys put your sticks? Where do you guys put your sticks when you go into the
outside against the wall?
Do you put
like
it
the NHL?
Right.
It drives me nuts when I walk in and trip over someone's stick that's leaning off the bench.
Yeah, no.
Or hanging on the clothes hooks.
That's right.
Like you need to educate.
Yeah.
Or some guy walks in with his sticks in a stick bag.
Yes.
And leaves it beside him while he puts all his equipment on and then puts his skates on last.
That's right. Shoulder pads and everything.
Everything. Right? Helmet.
Yeah.
Zero hockey respect for that dude.
Yeah, that's
it's like it's not putting your clothes on. You put your jacket and your snowsuit on. Put your boots on last. Like no, it doesn't work that way.
No,
no,
that's right. No, but it comes with the culture, right? You've got to be around it enough. But you'd think you'd figure it out, But anyways,
figure it out.
That's me. That's me. I like to put my sticks.
And then,
as well.
And then when you get on the ice, do you have any routine at all?
Yeah, I've got a routine. I like to
do a hard lap.
No hard laps.
No
I don't like to exert any unnecessary energy. Yeah. When you're 43, it's you conserve all the energy you can.
You've got a finite amount of energy.
I like to test out my my edges, inside edges to one side, and then outside edges to the other side. Then I'll repeat it maybe one or two more times. Then I grab the puck, do some stick handling. Then I pick it up, flip it up around between the.
Do you hang a leg out and stretch it out?
No leg stretches.
Go down with a deep leg out the back.
No. Nothing.
There's no stretches past 40. There's no stretches. I don't think.
It's just plug and play.
Yeah. It's just, practice the basics, stick handling.
Right.
Well, that's it. I don't do any passing with anybody. I'll go then shoot on the net. Try and hit the goalie in the face as many times as I can.
So you do. That's why you're on the bench, buddy.
Yeah, that's it. That's why you're on the pine.
That's right. Yeah, that's it. And then it's game on.
I always want a corner spot because I need a wall next to me. Because in my mind, it's like I'm the last line of defense, so there's nothing behind me.
That's the one thing I remember playing with you because you're
in the corner.
Like I don't know. I was always a believer that like one superstition that I guess we had on a team when I first started playing in New Zealand, the Wolves, and Langer was our goalie, is we always followed him out.
Yeah.
So it was cool because he was always at the far end. He was always at the far end against, like you said, against the wall. So you have to walk through everybody. So everybody knew, okay, it's time to go.
Yeah.
And
you start the net. See, I remember thinking about if you go to NHL games, like I remember seeing this when I was a kid. There is a routine, and I know it's probably superstition based, but there's an order players go out from the dressing room onto the ice.
Yeah.
And you see it. They tap certain pads, certain guys get certain touches, and they walk out, and there's certain things. And I first noticed because I was at a Leaf game, and Wendell Clark would stand in the high slot. during the last sort of section of the warm-up. And he'd wait, and the players would come in from center, tap the goalie's pads, fist pump, a crossbar out, and they'd always tap Wendell on the way out. And Wendell would be the last person that would go in, tap 2 pads, fist bump, and then he'd be off to the dressing room. And you never noticed it if you weren't looking for it.
Yeah.
But after you go into a few games, you see it, and you're like, oh, they do that every time. So how do they get the new guy in, from a trade? Like, where do they fit in?
Right.
So I remember reading this.
True.
Remember reading this great story about when Malkin came in with Pittsburgh, and like there was lots of veterans on there, and they told him where his spot in the line was. When you go out on the ice, he's like, "No, not doing that."
Yeah.
I'm like, but you have to. It's like 3 years Russian Super League.
Yeah.
So he's like, "I'm here. This is how it's going to be." And they're like,
right.
"All right."
I think that was I'm pretty sure that was
chiclets. Yeah,
that was with Sid, eh?
Yeah,
that was with Sid. Yeah,
he's like, nope, 3 years Super League.
That's wicked.
Yeah.
So how do you get dressed as a attendee? I have no clue, man. If I ever play goalie, I do lay on the belly, and I need help.
6 years old, I know.
Yeah.
Lie down and do the pads up. I think it's just because I'm right-handed. I don't even notice. So I do everything whatever's natural, and I don't know. I don't like getting to the rink early. I hate waiting because I hate the Zamboni so much. I hate it.
I hear that.
So I want to get there. And even when I go to airports and stuff, I want to time it perfectly that I can just glide straight in.
That's right.
Yeah, you're driving on a street full of roundabouts through life
because you can overthink it, right? Like even when I was doing assemblies and stuff at school, and like the more you think about it, the more you get wound up. So often I'm like, okay, if it's my turn to get up on stage and do something, I want to just walk in and do it and don't want to think about it. As far as getting to the rink, I just try and get there, get dressed, and be ready to go. But my only big thing in the dressing room, I'll talk about the on ice stuff, but it's just I need the wall, I need the space, and I don't like people beside me when I'm getting ready because it's kind of like being in the middle of the lake. It's like I want to be close to something that's like soothing and comforting. So being in the end that's where I gotta be.
Yeah.
The lonely end of the rink, man. That's where the goalies all sit. That's where all the goalies sit. All right, I got a bit of a quiz. Somerville hit a couple of them, but we'll go through it, eh?
All right.
So I'm gonna give you the superstition and a hint, and then you tell me who the player is. All right. So we'll get the baby powder out of the way. Okay, who's that?
Wayne Gretzky.
Done. Okay, that's one that's finished.
On what? What does he do that for?
He puts baby powder on his sticks before games.
Because he loves them.
So this guy...
Yeah, but why do you think he does that, eh?
Did Janet tell him to do that?
I mean, does it like dry his stick up? You know what I mean? Like, because when ice gets on your stick, the puck doesn't stick to it as much as when it's dry. Like when I first get on the ice, I can pick up the puck, but as soon as my ice or my stick gets a little bit icy or lodged with snow, but the puck doesn't grip as well. So I imagine.
Do you wax your
I
blade?
don't wax. No.
Well, you need to start waxing.
Is that what happens when you wax? The snow
that's why
doesn't
surfers do it to keep the water off and to give them traction.
But it's okay.
Grab a candle and wax the shit out of it.
Okay, maybe I'll give it a wax. See how that goes.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, buddy.
Try.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No other guess for the baby.
All right.
Okay.
Number two,
go.
So this goalie is known to throw up right before every game.
Damn it.
Oh.
I knew that since a kid, yeah. And if he didn't throw up, he would go out for dinner and he was like, didn't want to eat, but he'd eat. And then as soon as he got the break, he'd throw up.
He'd make himself throw up.
And he didn't. He didn't think he played well. He'd throw up.
Yeah.
Calm his nerves. So back in the day when the guys used to, number 4. So back in the day when the guys used to smoke darts in the room and whatever, this guy, every time he put out his dart in between periods.
Left shoulder?
Over the left shoulder.
Oh, God damn it. It's Sam Mikita.
Staniel Mikita.
Stan Mikita.
Stan Mikita.
This team
Samuel.
started the playoff beard in 1980.
New York Islanders.
Islanders.
Done. This is an easy quiz. Many people know about the loonie that was placed in the center ice of the Olympics, but what Olympics was it?
2008. 2. 7.
02.
6.
Salt Lake City.
What city? Yeah. Salt Lake City.
Yeah, because they had Canadian crew come down to the ice.
And 2000 in Vancouver.
They've done it ever since.
This guy won't talk to his sister on game days.
Sidney Crosby.
Me.
Or his mother.
Oh.
Or his mother. It's true. He won't talk to his mother either. He won't talk to his mother either.
Fuck you, mother.
Is that really?
So yeah. Because he gets hurt. So when he got his concussion that put him out for like a season and a half, he had talked to his sister earlier in the day, and then when he talked to his he had talked to his mom and his sister, and he broke his leg.
And you're out.
Yeah. So now he won't talk to them on game days anymore.
All right. Women's.
Yeah, sorry, Momsky.
So this guy would not allow the last warm-up shot to be a goal ever for the whole career.
Ken Dryden.
Damn it!
Yes.
Are you gonna say Ken Dryden?
I was gonna say Bobby or no, Larry Robinson. That's what I was gonna say. Because Larry would always
blocking shots in the warm-up.
I haven't even had to give you guys hints,
the follow-up,
which is pretty impressive.
He went down and blocked a shot in the warm-up.
I haven't had to give you.
Larry's deal was that he knew that was his whatever superstition.
That.
So he would lob a easy one from center as the last shot, just so it was like an easy
and
save.
Stack the pads.
But sometimes he would throw him a tricky one, just to keep him on his toes.
Okay, so on the last one that I got here.
All right, did we get a whole? We were on 4. Did we just do 3?
I just smashed through them.
Superstition not to do 4.
Right.
Supernatural.
You do 4 in a row.
Irrational belief.
The last one I got, the guy ate 2 pieces of toast with peanut butter on it before every game.
Sidney Crosby.
And he played for the Stars, the Flames.
Freddie Modine. No, wait.
No.
That was the last episode.
I think he even played for the Leafs for a bit.
Stars?
Lindros?
And the Flames.
Oh, he did play for Flames. Oh, hold on. Don't say anything.
I'm glad that you guys are.
Hold on. So Stars, and I'm trying to think who at least played for the Stars. In the Flames. What year are we talking about? What era?
Yeah, our lifetime.
Jamie Langenbrunner. No,
that's brown shoes, buddy. That doesn't narrow anything down.
I don't know. 80s, 90s, yeah.
Stars and the Flames. Well, the
Stars and the Flames.
That long, so Benoit. No, it wasn't Benoit Hogue. That's really digging deep. Need some more. Come on.
What was the goalie's name?
He grew up playing a lot of lacrosse in his youth.
Oh, okay. So the only guys I know, there was Nieuwendyk.
Ding 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 ding. Joe Nieuwendyk. Good on you, man. Good on you, dude.
The only one I know is Nieuwendyk.
Yes. Yeah. Rick Nieuwendyk.
Applause. Very well.
Barry Nieuwendyk from Whitby, Ontario.
And I was saying, so for me, superstitions, a lot of it comes down to routine. And we kind of touched on Crosby a little bit. But I was researching a little bit, and man, this guy, let me just go through this list of the stuff that he does in a day, on a game day. So he eats a peanut butter sandwich with the same brands of everything at exactly 5 o'clock before every game, which is after he's woken up from his post or pregame nap. He keeps his sticks. His sticks are placed in his stall ahead of the game, away from the rest of the teams. He walks around one specific garbage can in the dressing room before they go out onto the ice. He's been wearing the same jock strap since he was in high school.
I remember that.
He stick handles through the golden McDonald's arches on the ice before every game.
Yeah.
He can't touch the soccer ball before warm up in the game of keep up. He tapes and retapes his stick every period.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
No one's allowed to touch his
We're
stick.
not rich, dude. We don't have any money.
Well,
No,
yeah,
I know.
But I'd like to tape my stick. It's got to be again at least 48 to 24 hours prior to game day.
So you rip the tape off and then you do it again.
I won't do it. No, like I like one tape job will last like, I don't know, 4 weeks probably.
Right. Yeah.
I won't do it until the bottom's all ripped off or like the end is all,
It's
all tattered.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'll retape it just to protect the blade. But
I guess you get
or
in the
else it
NHL
comes
they
off.
got 20 minutes or something in between periods.
Yeah,
but like
the
you
tape
think
doesn't
about
have
it.
time to bind like the glue. If you don't like seal it
Yeah.
properly by rubbing the tape on and sealing the ends, like, and that's why I find like they're always just ripping it off like it's nothing because it's not even sticking the tape. Like the blade
Well, I'll tell
cold
ya.
and wet. And
I'll tell you, if you wax your stick, you're good.
Yeah.
Your tape will last longer.
Yeah, I'll give that.
Your
go.
tape will
Your
last
life.
longer. It'll definitely last longer.
Chuck yourself a boysenberry candle in your talkie bag.
So once he's done taping his stick,
vanilla Christmas, throw it in there.
That's vanilla Christmas.
Like in the bathroom at home.
That's right. It's like
We light candles in the bathroom.
I know.
in
No, I
Canada.
can't describe the fucking smell of the Christmas candle.
It's so
It's
true.
like,
The cranberry mistletoe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bought specifically at a candle store
Yeah.
because we've got those in Canada too.
Yeah.
That's all they
Specific
sell.
candle stars.
Candles.
Yeah.
The blueberry cheesecake candle that your mom bought that you're never allowed to light, and then you just chuck it in your hockey bag. Where did it go? You never even bought one.
That's
What are you
right.
talking about?
What are you
You
talking
never
about?
The
had one.
creme brulee candle.
Yeah, the spiced pumpkin.
Yeah. It's the one that
candle.
nobody wants to light. That's so true, man. So once his stick is taped,
Cultural.
nobody's allowed to touch it. He never passes the visitors' locker room on his way to the arena. On his way into his own room in the arena,
This is getting hard.
he does a sequence of specific stretches. He has a special handshake with Malcolm before games.
3 years Super League.
He leaves the ice second last, and then in
3
brackets,
years Super
Malcolm's
League.
goes last.
3 years Super League. Yeah.
His gear has to be laid out a certain way. He doesn't talk to his mom or sister.
Sorry, pause for a second. I wonder if he's like Bridezilla, if like there's something wrong.
Yeah, he freaks
Like, does
out.
he just lose his mind?
Yeah.
Like everyone gets fired and like
I wonder.
Sidney Crosby, God damn it! Yeah, exactly.
who do you think
I-
you are?
That's right.
Do you know who I am?
If it's only hockey, like if he's
Can you
like,
imagine with his girlfriend?
could you imagine that? Like this
It's
is
like
just
2
the
days
tip
to get down to business. He's gonna start. For Friday. He's gonna start Monday morning.
I gotta have this song on. I gotta have this lighting. We
Yeah.
gotta be on this bedspread. We gotta
I'm
be
gonna shave on this day.
You need to use. You need to use
shave
Tide.
on this day. Yeah,
You need to use Tide detergent, Spring Fresh,
that's right.
which needs to be dried on the line at 73 degrees Fahrenheit.
And he wears the same hat for the whole season.
That's right. Yes,
A Jimmy hat.
that's
Yeah.
that's right.
The Yimmy hat.
His face. Number 87.
And that's gonna end the second period.
James
That is an
Chapeau.
excellent idea. All right,
What?
we'll pay, man, personalized fucking Jimmy hats, man.
Yeah.
Have you guys not seen
imagine?
the Have you guys not seen the Tiger King? Because that guy had those.
Did he?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
well, yeah, I guess he did.
He had Joe Exotic gym hats on. James
No
Chapeau.
way. I gotta look into that. Person.
Should we
All
do
right.
that? Is
Profile.
that part of our merch?
Yeah, we could do. Man, that'd be.
Why
we-
not?
Protect you.
That would be a great. I'd get some riding the pine.
Jimmy hats.
Jimmy hats, man.
To ride your
Fucking
pine.
That's right. To ride, ride safely.
And they look like wood.
That's
It looks like bark. And they smell like pine needles. Make it happen,
it's
Punch
all
Man.
menthol and mint.
Oh, we're moving on
Yeah.
to the third period.
This tastes like smoking a menthol.
Oh my gosh.
No one watches this, but that was funny. That's the beauty of it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I know. That's so true.
10,000 years from now. So those fucking guys.
Those guys were onto it, man. They do. Okay.
We never play ever. Okay.
Okay, on to the third.
All right.
All right. So I've had this routine since I was a little kid, and it's the same. And I'll do it in pickup, men's league, don't care. And it was probably because I needed something to fire me up. And that's how it started. If I didn't do it, because I've gone out there late and I'm trying to put my equipment on still and the play's going on, and then you get scored on. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's you serves you right because you weren't ready to go. So I'll go out there. Excuse me. So I'll turn around, I'll face the net. I go top left, top right, top center. Obviously, it's the center at the top. And I'll turn around, go down on my knees. I'll do bottom left, bottom right. Pretend to do the splits, and then I'm ready to go. Same thing every time. I've done it since I was in Adam.
Nice.
So now you guys are going to be watching me. While you're watching Somerville clipping his nails and filing them nice and tight, you're going to be watching me do this. Do the same thing. I've always done it.
Do you only do it at the beginning of the game, or do you do it at the beginning of like every period?
No, just the beginning of the game. And obviously, this is just mental, right? It's like,
yeah.
And that's why we do this stuff. Because it has nothing to do with supernatural.
Did you see this year? Same thing happened to Carey Price, but he was still putting he didn't even get a chance to do that. He's still putting his glove and blocker on. They dropped the puck during the playoffs as well. Yeah,
I missed that. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
Is there any other thing, or is that the only thing?
That's the only thing, because that's just the final mental preparation. It's like, okay, now the game's starting. This is how you get involved. Now you're ready to go. And of course, again, it's mental too. Like, I need to make a save.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 5, a 3, 4 is perfect because, okay, I'm in the game. I felt the puck. I'm ready to play.
Yeah. And you're
the
saving.
Worst thing that can happen is you get scored on first shot, and you're just like, because being a goalie is so mental. It totally is.
Yeah.
If you think you suck, like, you're gonna suck. But if you can make it, if you suck and you make a big save, I'm like, okay, I can build on that. I know I can stop the puck, so I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah, that's life. That's life in general, I think.
Yeah. You need something good to happen to build on it.
Yeah. Yeah, persistence. So starting as a goaltender, it's a humbling experience. Mostly everything goes in, right? Occasionally you make a big save, right? Sometimes you make a save you have no business making because everything, even flutter pucks and like fan shots, and you know what I mean? The fan shots can fool even the best of you, but when nothing's going in and then this weak ass shot just rolls past you while you're like, oh, I can't save you. Fuck. Or what I found is, and as a player, you don't realize this, but when you get a piece of that fucking puck and it goes in, you're like,
it makes your dick super
fuck
hard.
you.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, you're like, fuck, I fucking had it,
But it gives you something to argue. And like, I had a piece.
I fucking got
a piece of it.
Yeah.
He didn't beat me clean.
Yeah.
I was going to say, when you make that ridiculous save, like, I will always be vocal.
Ridiculous, yeah.
Like, you make the different save, I will go, oh.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no. Did you see that? Did you see the guy go, what?
That's
And
right.
I score. I'm like, oh my god, did you want to save?
I've been doing that in inline chirping as a goalie, and people do
What a
not
save.
fucking get it, man.
It
Like,
freaks
oh,
them out.
you suck.
I do the same thing.
So bad.
I do the same thing. Yeah, I do the same thing. I chirp as a goalie for sure, man.
Yeah.
Go down the pads. Oh no.
I remember playing with Langer, and like I probably coughed one up at the blue line, right? And the guys
Probably
coming in.
I did.
Yeah,
On multiple
100p.
occasions.
So, anyways, only when we're up and there's
5-0, you know,
it's 5-0, and there's like 30 seconds left in the game. I would give one up at the blue line. You come in, and Langer will give him the whole left side of the net, and you know that he's shooting there, so he shoots there, and then Langer catches the puck, throws it up above his head in a pad stack, but like as he catches the puck, he's like, "Oh!"
Did you see that?
Yeah. And then he pops up and just showboats the shit out of it. I love it, man. I cannot wait. I cannot honestly wait to see you on the ODRs in the next couple weeks.
I guarantee you I will make at least 2 ridiculous saves, and that's all I need.
We're playing 8 games.
Doesn't matter. If you make that one ridiculous save, that's the same as a Selly for
give me 2 a game, man. Give me 2 a game. I want 2 a game. I want at least 2 solid attempts a game.
If I can make 1, you're getting your money's worth tonight, I'll tell you.
Nice.
That's all you need is 1 toe save.
That's like the Mark Messier guarantee right there.
Well,
I'll take it.
We have a second goalie
I play
now?
for myself, bud.
It was good. It was good to look back on that day that you were a celebrity today.
Oh,
yeah, that was cool. Yeah,
I dug that out because I remember this was back at the Lookout in Mount Albert, and we go into Tecpo, and I was at work. I'm like, I should just write the local rag and stuff. And then they called me back in the car the next day, and they're like, and they interviewed me, and I just showed up in the paper. Cool. I'm like, there you go.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah,
it was a cool little story. Oh, what else I got here? So, okay, the Leafs suck, right? So I still am a fan.
Yeah, I still do.
Yeah,
because of legalities and lawyers and things. I'm still a Leaf fan. But I know that anytime they have a big game, I'm very apprehensive about wearing any Leaf gear because I know if I do, they will lose.
I hear that, man. When I wear my Sens stuff watching the game, they fucking lose. If I don't
you
wear
want to
stuff, yeah,
because you should,
yeah.
But
so you didn't wear any of your Leaf stuff this.
No, I wear a pair of socks.
So in game 7, did you wear Leaf stuff?
Dude, I didn't watch anything after game 6 because I knew they were gonna lose.
There's no problem. Really? Yeah,
I knew.
And that's the typical Leaf that you're like, all right, fuck you guys. Like, what would happen if it's some miracle? Would you hop right back on the bandwagon and go, okay, yeah?
But we're talking about superstitions and irrational beliefs.
That's right.
I know because it's in this world. I know they're going to lose because that's the rational way of things going. I remember one year the Leafs played Carolina. It was when they lost in the semifinals to the Hurricanes. And we had every Leaf. I was flat with some dudes, and we had every Leaf memorabilia spread out in front of the TV. And that was kind of the start of it. We had everything, jerseys and shirts and everything.
Yeah.
And they lost. And it was like, nope, that didn't work. Because that's what a superstition is. Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So you do it wrong.
Throw
it out and you start over. So, yeah, I can't wear the stuff because they suck. So, but again, for contractual and legal purposes, I'm a fan. So,
right.
And I love that there's a Leafs jersey right over his shoulder.
That's right.
Yeah. Again, for legal and contractual purposes.
I must keep one.
Yeah. It's interesting that you bought the Stan Mikita thing up because I read that. I thought that was cool. First of all, it's cool that you can blaze a dart before you go back out on the ice. But the left shoulder, do you guys understand what that's all about?
Isn't that like with the salt thing too?
Yeah.
Isn't salt go over your left shoulder?
Yeah. So you understand why that is?
No.
Well, no.
I did, but I forget.
So you've got a world where there was 2 people in your world that ruled the world. You've got the king, the monarchy, and the church.
Okay.
And both of those people keep you under wraps and under the thumb through fear. And the fear is if you don't do something, you're going to hell. So it's this whole concept of
or the guillotine.
That's the French.
Yeah.
So they took it to the next level.
Yeah.
So on your right shoulder, you have your angel. And on your left shoulder, you have the devil. That's why left-handed people were seen as being evil, because that was abnormal. So if you get out of bed on the wrong side of the bed, that's the left side of the bed. Right? Because the devil is the left side. So when you spill the salt, which used to be a very valuable commodity back in the day.
So is it the left side when you're laying down, or is it the left side when you're looking at it?
It's not when you're looking at the stage. It's your side. You're on stage. It's your left. So the thing was, because salt was so valuable, and it was a preservative, right? Because there was no refrigeration.
No, I'm in the clear.
Yes,
that makes sense.
So you spill the salt. The thought was that the devil is now creeping in on you. So by throwing the salt on the left shoulder, it goes into his eyes, and he can't, turn you into some horrible. So he can't turn you into somebody having a lot of fun and getting drunk and partying.
Floor is lava on the other side.
That's it.
So that's where that. So it's interesting, Stan Mikita. It's like the devil gets a dart in his butt in his eye. Right? A burning ember in his eye.
Devil gets a dart.
I'm wondering though, he's obviously not sitting on the players' bench, out in front of everyone. He's in the dressing room, right? So
in the dressing room,
he's in
smoking.
His stall.
He's in the bathing house,
in his stall or whatever, or you're sitting on the bench where his equipment is. Is there not who picks up the cigarette butts?
The trainer.
Do they just go out? I guess it was a big sort of warehouse. It was probably cement floors, so there was nothing.
No, it's a dude's dressing room. There's some great. Right. Listen, once upon a time, the guy at the grocery store put your groceries in a bag for you.
Once upon a time, yeah.
Once upon a time, they delivered milk to your house in a bottle.
Yes.
So back then, there's some great photos I remember seeing of Guy Lafleur and some dudes sitting around crushing Molson Export in the dressing room, during the intermission, and smoking darts. That's how it was.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is it was as if there was a camera crew in there and the Goons tour.
Yeah,
coming
there
up.
You go. It's different.
having a beer in the room.
That's right.
All right. I'm gonna pass this over to you guys for 2 seconds because I am busting.
All right, bust.
And then I'll come back and I'll finish this period.
All right.
Sorry, listeners. No one's listening.
We have one viewer. It's Mizzy. What's going on, Miz? How you doing, buddy? He said he taps the posts whenever he gets into the crease.
Right. Is that a hockey thing, or is that a chauvinistic thing?
What do you do when you come in late in a tie game, Miss? I go skating out and diving at a guy who's in on a break.
What?
I don't know.
I didn't get that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Before he goes in the crease,
he taps the post whenever he gets into the crease because he's a goalie.
Yeah, but
he's another goalie. Goalies are weird. They have different little things that they do.
Yeah.
Some like to do snow angels at center ice for warm-ups.
Oh yeah. Well, I've heard about that to get the pads cool.
Here's one that I came across that was kind of neat. Was Dustin Brown.
Yeah.
So usually when you bad lip Brown.
It's always man. It's always swollen.
Bad lip Brown. Yeah. He always looks like he's biting his lip. Yeah, it's so true. But he the whole time he's been in LA, he's the guy that does the pucks. How they do the pyramid?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He does the pucks. So he'll draw he does different stuff. He'll do letters, he'll do he'll write LA, he'll do a different tower, he'll do but he's the one that designs the pucks every game. That's his thing. And I've seen a clip and he'll just sit there stacking them like poker chips, super fast to work on his hand-eye.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Something neat.
Yeah, maybe there's a team meeting he just doesn't like to attend. I'm just gonna go do the pucks. I'll be right there.
I'll get the pucks. with my fat leg.
Yeah, that's right. Puck bit me again. I don't know. Sorry, Miz. That all. Yep, good for you, Miz. Thanks for joining. All right, welcome
you,
back
Miz.
there, Buster.
Yeah, it's a problem when you're drinking on the bench.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach didn't notice anyway. So
yeah.
whatever.
No, we're good.
No, we can transition back into the third.
Yeah, and as a big surprise, that's it. I got nothing else because we covered everything.
All right. Well, then let's just call an end to the period.
All right.
So what do we got for overtime tonight? Anybody got an overtime question?
OT.
Superstitions.
Here we go. Let's talk.
Okay, somebody's doing work.
Along the lines of superstition, karma.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
good one. Yeah.
Yep.
One instance in your life or that you've, I don't know, witnessed, seen, whatever. One piece of karma that you've been like, or been memorable for you.
Oh yeah, I got one.
There was one this weekend. There was one this weekend. If anybody paid attention or saw the Conor McGregor fight, it was pretty funny this past week.
He broke his ankle, eh?
Yes, so he broke his ankle. Yeah. But if you watch in that fight, like a lot of people say, whatever, his ankle broke on a kick or whatever, but it was nasty. When he fell back, it was pretty friggin' nasty. But perfect example of karma was at the weigh-ins the day before. Dustin Poirier's just chilling out, laughing at him, and Conor's going fucking crazy. And he threw a kick with that same foot at the press conference. And then
he weakened it.
1 minute in. Well, there's a meme going around that actually Joe Thornton and Austin Matthews weakened it because they didn't make it. Well, the fight didn't make it out of the first round.
Oh,
right.
Whoa.
So
nice.
Burn, bitch.
Burnt.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
okay, that's nasty.
That's the meme. That's the meme floating around. But anyways.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
One of the most memorable ones for me, I'll just get mine out of the way right now, is do you remember the game? It's a notorious clip. You see it everywhere. In the game, Scott Sullivan gets high-sticked in the face. Right.
Oh, Steve Sullivan.
Steve Sullivan,
yeah,
sorry.
That was awesome.
Gets high-sticked in the face right here. And the fan is going, you hit your nose, poor bitch. And then sure enough, later on in the game, puck goes over the glass, hits the guy right in the face, like right there. And Sullivan goes up to him and goes,
and then the guy's like, hey, you.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you. And he's all pissed off.
And
so
what makes that karma so awesome and delicious was that guy was sitting in the front row.
Yes.
So how do you hit when you're like right up to the glass? Like,
yeah, exactly. When you're that close, how do you even get hit with that? Yeah.
That's what made it so awesome.
It's beauty. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Summer.
Right. Okay. So my most memorable karma starts like, I'm 18 years old, maybe 17 or 18, and I'm playing juvenile hockey, and I'm playing in my hometown. My dad's like out to see me. It's been a while, since he's come, and a whole bunch of my friends are coming to watch the game. And during the game or the last sort of leading minutes, I could hear, a bunch of my friends like going, Aaron hit someone. Because anyways. And I took an opportunity and I hit someone. And I think I might have told you guys the story before, but Dad was fucking pissed. He pulled me out with the ring of the collar as we were walking out, to the dressing rooms, just dragged me like skates on concrete, It was like he was pissed. He's like, "What the fuck have I taught you, fucking idiot? You can seriously hurt someone, You gotta be, you're." Anyways, just lost for words and like just sort of let me go and fucking walked away. He's like, "You find your own fucking way home." Didn't matter. I was like a 3-minute walk from the house anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
it's a bummer, was it? Well, you were like living just not far from Montreal.
Yeah.
Can't you just skate home?
It was anyways, so fast forward to, I don't know, 3 months ago. And
3 months ago.
3 months ago, right? So however many.
Sometimes it takes a long time for the wheel to turn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's an inline game, and it's one of those 50-50 pucks where two guys are sort of racing in to get a puck in the middle, right? And I went in leading with my stick in my hand, going to like have I'll just take a jab for the puck and try and spin away, right? And maybe absorb a little bit of a hit, as you do in men's league, right? Because it's on contact. So this guy took his liberty on me and just flattened my ass, man. Absolutely hammered it. I've played fucking contact hockey, a lot. I've been hit hard. I've hit people hard. I've never been jolted like that. Like there was like my hip bone actually like skidded, like I'd see the imprint, like it bruised on my skin, my skin, like there was like bit of like rug burnt from my fucking my jersey. And
Really?
it was a hard fucking hit, man. And my back went like numb for 5 or 10 minutes. But it was one side of my back. Anyways, I was hit hard. Yeah. So karma bit me in the ass, man. It bit me hard. But the silver lining is that I don't know how, but that left side of my back in my hip had been killing me for God knows how long. And it was like
before,
like
wow,
leading up to this game,
crazy.
And it was just something you'd endure as an old man. You're playing through back pain, right? And
yeah,
it's a rite of passage.
Yeah, that's right.
As a man playing sports,
you're
gonna have a bad back.
Yeah.
Once you hit 40, bad knees, bad back. That's how it goes.
And the beauty of it is you can tell people that as a badge, as a source of pride. I'm like, I got a bad back.
Yeah, I got a bad back.
Playing hockey, man.
Yeah,
carrying the team.
I played so much
my back's so sore.
House league men's hockey that I just.
So this kid hit me so fucking hard, man. I didn't know it at the time. It took like a week for the back pain from the fucking impact to go away. But when it went away, my back pain was fucking gone. And so going back to Superstition.
So you should buy him a beer. Next time you see him.
Yeah, well, I wanted to kill him for like a week, right? I was sore, I was hurt, and I wanted to.
But have you said thank you now? Because it's better karma.
And now, I'll buy him a beer, right? It was.
You're all even.
It was whatever God or whatever out there, because I was praying, man. Can you fucking do something about this back? Someone please help me. Fuck.
There you go.
And the answer was, yeah, I'll do it, but you're not gonna like the way it comes. And
he works in mysterious ways, right?
He does.
He works in mysterious ways.
Yeah. And so my prayers were answered. Hallelujah.
Ryan, you're all even.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. My karmic value is balanced. Yeah.
So mine's not really hockey related. So when you said that, like this immediately popped in my head, and it was something that stuck with me for years until it evened itself out. So I taught English in Japan for a few years, and I was working at this school that was run by a Canadian guy. It was a private school. So when a lot of people went over there, they worked for a larger company that placed them in high schools and primary schools. But I worked for a private English school, and it was for this guy from Calgary, and he sold it to this guy from Minnesota, who was the first narcissist I'd ever met in my life. And if you ever meet a narcissist, it's terrible, but it's fascinating at the same time. To meet someone who doesn't believe that whatever they're doing is wrong or bad or hurtful, because they don't have any empathy at all. It's quite, looking back on it now, it's quite fascinating, but at the time it was awful,
scary,
it's terrifying. So this guy took over the school, and he had delusions of grandeur. So he wanted it to not only be a school, he wanted to have a global corporation. So we had a coffee shop and like all this sort of stuff that he wanted to do.
Was he bald and had a big scar?
No, he was a young guy and he was completely messed up. Pretty much. So an absolute lunatic. And so we take the piss out of him. But he was one of those, again, like you couldn't trust him because he would come and kind of party with us.
Was he Russian?
No, he's from Minnesota.
He's American, right?
He's from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
And he talked about how he knew Prince and bullshit or whatever.
Shit.
This white guy, right?
Right.
So he would he'd come and hang out sometimes.
I know Prince.
Red flag, right?
Yeah.
In which way? Did he play basketball with them?
That's right.
Yeah, blouses.
That's right.
Is he balling in a blouse?
These cats could ball, man.
That's right.
So he would come over and want to party. Like he was one of those guys that wanted to be social, but he was socially awkward. And so when there was like positions up at the school, he wouldn't hire people because of social conversations that he was a part of. You know, one of those people. It's like, well, now I have the power. It was all about power, right?
Yeah.
Generally, in my time teaching overseas, is you get people that don't belong. They don't fit in at home, so they come over. They're like bouncers, right? You know, certain bouncers have the chip on their shoulder. You know, certain cops have a chip on their shoulder. Yeah. So now I've got power. And
Kumar kind of name.
So anyway, it was all kind of fine. And then again, this is a whole other story, but there was a big earthquake. It was a 6.6 earthquake that damaged the city I was living in. And he wanted us to come over and like clean up the office. So he had all these bottles of like, you know, the syrups they use in fancy coffees and stuff. So he had all that stuff. So meanwhile, I'm trying to talk to my parents. So I remember being outside and I've called them. I'm like, okay, I'm not dead. And this is what's going on. And I remember he came outside and got mad at me because he's like, well, you're at work. You shouldn't be on the phone. I'm like, dude, we've had a major natural disaster here. Like, relax. But he's so
relax.
But he wanted to get his business online so fast. And it's like, it's chaos, right?
Yeah.
So he was pretty crazy. And I remember he brought us all into a meeting. And meanwhile, we're trying to get our life straightened because something major's happened, right? And all he could think about is his business and his own interests and his money. And I remember I'm like, I'm out. And it was one of those decisions I'm glad I made, but scary because I'm like, well, if I leave, I don't have a job. You know, the school pays for my apartment. I have nothing. So I just grabbed my stuff out of my desk, walked out. It almost came to blows on the street. Like it was really intense. Like I'm in tears. I'm ready to kill this guy. My friends came, picked me up, went out, and then he told me like, you got to be out in 24 hours. And so looking back now, I could have hung around, but so then I had to all my stuff and I'm living in another buddy's apartment. So I'm seething at this guy. But the thing is, this guy still wants to hang out with our friend group. And he'd show up at the pub and he's like, hey guys. So one of my buddies from England. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Narcissist, completely insane.
Yeah.
And like the whole community rallied behind me, which I'll never forget. And that was amazing because they realized we used to take the piss out of him. But we're sitting there at the pub and he comes walking in wanting to hang out. And my buddy was like, he's from Newcastle. He's an older guy. He's like, Ryan, hold my beer. I'll be back in a minute. So he walked out the door. He came back 5 minutes later or half an hour later. So he grabbed a black Vivid from the bartender and went and he drove this brand new like Honda CRV and drove giant cocks all over his car, right? Came back, didn't say a word, sat down. I gave him his beer. I'm like, what did you do? He's like, drew cocks all over his car, Ryan. Big giant baby cocks.
Like that.
Yeah, like Ringo Starr, like, really calmly. And I was like, you're the man, you know? So the whole time, like, I remember I went to court over there. And you know how I can't even
for the cocks on the car?
Well, for the cocks on the car?
No, but he tried to say that I drew cocks all over my work all the time. Like, what am I friggin'
What? No, hold on. So that's what you went to court for?
No, I was trying to get my money because he was withholding salary.
Okay.
But he was arguing that he's not paying me because I am
giant
a perpetual cock drawer on my everywhere in the school, right? And I'm like, what am I, 13? Big, giant, hairy, bald, veiny dicks, you know?
You're like the American Vandal before the American Vandal.
Yeah. So anyway, I remember dealing with lawyers, and you're trying to deal with an interpreter, right? And so the big thing in culture in Japan is, in a lot of Asian cultures, is about saving face. So looking bad reflects bad on your family.
Yeah.
So it's like you need to sort it out. Someone needs to, but he's American. It's all about suing people, and it's all about bottom line, right? So I'm dealing with this lunatic. So I ended up getting nothing out of it, and it was pissed me off. But the whole community kind of put him in a corner.
Yeah.
So karma started to show up later on because he started getting audited.
Oh.
He can't hide, he's trying to hide his books and all this kind of stuff. And so he ended up marrying he had a personal Japanese assistant, right? Of course you do. So he married her so he could stay in the country. And, he was doing all this stuff to protect himself because he's got this global enterprise to protect. And it all came down because I had left. This was like a couple of years after, and I got a text from some guy. And he's like, yeah, I went by the school. And it's because I went by the school, it's boarded up, the sign's been taken off, so he's disappeared. So
was there a big giant cock across the board?
I wish there was. I wish there was a giant, hairy, veiny,
that's right,
squirting cock all over,
squirting.
But it took a while, because man, it threw my whole life into turmoil for about 2 years.
Fuck,
like being unemployed in a foreign country is not fun. That's a challenge. And you got to keep your spirits up. But the fact that when I got that text, and I was living here and I got it, and I was like, yeah, what goes around comes around, buddy. You lost everything. And he left the country and he can never come back because of all the bills. And it was like, great. So it makes me think, when it comes to karma, sometimes as much as you want to lash out and you want to punch somebody in the face and lose your mind, sometimes just hanging out and waiting and playing your cards quietly, you're going to get what you want. And I think emotionally we want our means to an end immediately. But if you wait, it comes around, you'll get it,
Good things come to those who wait.
That's right.
Mom always said, what comes around goes around.
Yeah.
Gordie Howe famously said, he goes, somebody cross-checks me in the face. Might not be tonight's game, might not be tomorrow, but at some point, it's going to come back. You're going to get it.
Do. Oh! Oh, right. Okay. That
was a beauty end to overtime.
Nice work.
We're gonna head out once again. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, next week's a big one. We're only actually, boys, we're under 30 days now. Under 30 days, and the goons are getting on a plane.
Woo. We're gonna hook up the wagon.
Should we throw in Punchy's percentages?
Sure.
For one last shot. The percentage that we actually get a chance to get on this plane.
Don't say that. That's Superstition. Talk about it. Because somebody at work mentioned that. I'm like, don't say that.
Let's just do.
Let's stick to it.
Okay. Fuck Punchy's percentage. We're not going there. We're not going there. But hey, next week's 21. So hey, it's our 21st. And 22, we're gonna have the whole Goon squad on here with us.
We're gonna do a yard
before we take off to go. Woo! Thanks for stopping by. We're out of here. This is your fourth line.
Fourth line, motherfucker.
Woo! Let's do it.
'Cause I'm right in the pine.
Go crack it.
It's Chronicles of the Fourth Line. I'm just sitting on a bench with two good friends of mine. That's why I'm right in the pine, with Punchy Langer in summertime.